So this is a pretty big round here, as you can see, from a poplar tree. And a guy actually brought this to me. Brought me probably around 5 or 6 of these chunks on his trailer, and we rolled them off of there. And I actually tried to do it down the middle, and it would not go. As you can see by that line there in the middle, this stuff is, when it gets that big, it's just tough. But he showed me a picture of it when it came down, and he was saying this is actually a limb off of a poplar, which is huge. And from what I could see, I can't confirm that 100%, but he did show me what looked to be a limb, but and it looked to be the poplar, and he said that it was this very same one. So I'm guessing, maybe it just split off part of the. I don't know if it's actual limb or part of the trunk that's just split off. But it's huge, and they said over 100 years old, this tree. I guess they counted the rings in it. But it's the biggest poplar I've ever seen. And there's a round actually over there to my left that's bigger than this one that he dropped off, quite a bit bigger actually. And it made 61 pieces of wood out of this round, and I actually could have split them down a lot more. And that round is around 30 inches tall, around that. That's just how he brought it to me, so I went ahead and just split it. And I'll probably just set that stuff to the side for the people that have the outdoor burners and mix it with some stuff like oak, because poplar burns up pretty quick by itself. It's considered a hardwood, poplar is, but it burns more like a softwood in my opinion, the way that it burns up so easily. But what I did was kind of just work my way around on it, and it had a knot or two in it. But for the most part, it split pretty well. Poplar splits great normally. He's supposed to bring me a whole load of it, actually. He's selling like huge truckloads of wood for $20. So I'll gladly take it for that, because I'll sell a truckload for $100, and the loads he's bringing really would make a truckload at probably and a half. And so for $20, so I'll gladly do that. So that's great for when I don't have the extra time. I'll be able to get it from him. When I do, I plan to get it for myself. Here lately, I've been pretty busy, though. That's why I haven't been putting as much splitting footage and stuff. I'm sure y'all can see that there's with the weather, it's been pretty rough here recently. I was actually in North Carolina recently, right around the time that hurricane was going through. And we were without electric for around a day during that time period. And then now, from what I'm hearing, this next hurricane, I can't even remember the name of it, but it's supposed to be a lot worse than the last one. So hopefully everybody will be okay from that. Those things can do a lot of damage. That's why I could never live anywhere like Florida, as beautiful as it is. I would never feel comfortable trying to build a home for my family in a place like that just has hurricanes, often like that. I guess that's a price, something you got to be willing to do, is just take the risk living somewhere like that. For me, that's why I love Kentucky. The worst thing we've ever got here that I know of really is tornadoes, and I've never actually seen one myself. But I've seen some really bad storms, and they have had them here in my lifetime, but I've never actually seen one. Thank God I haven't. But yeah, the hurricanes, they just seem to be, typical down there on the coast. But definitely a beautiful place to visit, but I would never want to live there. Anyway, that's besides the point. Like I said, I think I got around 61 pieces of wood out of this piece of poplar here. And I've got probably around 4 or 5 more rounds around this size. And like I said, some actually quite a bit bigger. But here soon, hopefully he'll bring me a load of some more of the stuff he was talking about. And then I may actually go to that new land too here soon, if I have the time, and show you all that place, and the new place that I'm getting wood from. Probably my main source now, really. There's a lot of good wood there. I've been very blessed with the access I've had to wood this year. Really every year, honestly, since I've started, really. I remember when I first got the 200-acre wood, how much wood I got in there was, I've said it before, but I was so thankful when I seen this pile of wood that this guy told me I could, go in there whenever I wanted and get it. And I was so thankful whenever I actually pulled up to it for the first time I seen it. I literally got down on my knees and thanked God for it. Got down on my knees and put my hands up and praised God and thanked him for that blessing, because that's exactly what it was. It was a source of wood for around 4 years for me. And now I've got more that are years worth, so I'm very thankful for it. But now I'm doing it more on the side, firewood. Before it was like it was a main source of income for me. Firewood was in the winter. That's what my income was firewood. Now it's more on the side for me, but I'm still doing it, trying to as often, really as I can when I've got free time and stuff. But this round was huge. I'd never seen a poplar that big myself. That's the biggest one I've ever seen. Usually poplars, when I see them, they're kind of more, not real big around, but tall, straight trees, I think they use them, if I'm not mistaken, they use them for electric poles. Maybe I'm wrong. But it seems like somebody had told me they use them for like those utility poles. And because they grow really tall without branches on them and straight, I've chopped one down before, maybe more than one actually down. I think I have chopped more than one down. They're probably some of my favorite stuff to chop with an axe. Poplar is. It chops really good. And then it splits really good too. Splits great usually. Even this being this big, for this tree to be this big, it split really good. For an oak to be that big, it would have been, in my opinion, a lot tougher. But got quite a bit out of that. Mainly what I've got right now is oak, red oak, and hickory, and now I've got a little bit of that poplar. But I've got quite a bit of oak split in other places too that I still need to go pick up, and maple and split on the ground. I've got loads of wood split just laying on the ground because I just leave it at the location sometimes until I need it, and just let it dry out more. And so that's what you're doing, just laying there. I've got truckloads of it just laying around at different locations, so I can just go and pick it up when I'm ready for it. But I wish you all the best, and be safe out there and everything. Before we know it, winter will be here. So firewood really picks up. Right now we're in October, so this month it should pick up even more, and from here it should stay busy until around the end of February, maybe March. But here I am stacking it. I got around, like I said, 61 pieces is what I got exactly. I think I counted them, and my kids were out there kind of playing over back behind me there while I did this. It was a very nice day today. It's been cooling down a lot, I've noticed, in the morning and at night here lately. Been getting actually a little chilly. But you all be safe out there. God bless.